Good morning all of you. As in the previous class we discussed about a hydrogen-like atom and the shapes of the orbital. Today we are going to discuss about wave mechanics of a mini electron system. So in that name only had. So the system which contain number of electrons, that is 1, 2, 3 and so on up to n. So here first in the mini electron system we have to consider the potential energy expression, that is this is the wave mechanics for a many electron system. The potential energy is V is equals to minus Z by Ri plus summation J not equal to 1 by Rij. So for ith electron V equal to minus Z by Ri plus 1 by 2 summation I not equal to Z 1 by Rij. And so for Hamiltonian operator H cap, the Hamiltonian operator H cap for ith electron is H cap equal to minus half summation I del I square. So this is for ith electron minus Z by Ri minus summation I Z by Ri plus 1 by 2 summation I not equal to Z 1 by Ri. So this is Hamiltonian operator and for ith electron V expression. So next, if phi 1 of 1, phi 2 of 2, phi 3 of 3 and so on, phi n of n. So here wave mechanics of a many electron system. These are number of electrons with the different wave functions. So for these number of electrons the wave equations are, so for these number of electrons the wave equations are H cap phi 1 of 1 equal to E1 phi 1 of 1. Similarly H cap phi 2 of 2, for each electron the wave function H cap phi 2 of 2 E2 phi 2 of 2 and so on up to n H cap. This is the first electron H1, second electron H2 and so on Hn phi n of n equal to En phi n of n. So these are the each number of electrons for each number of electrons the wave equation for all the electrons. So this is up to n electrons. For this total number of wave functions, the total wave function for n electron of a system is given by psi of 1, 2, 3 and so on n is equal to phi 1 of 1, phi 2 of 2, phi 3 of 3 and so on, phi n of n. Then so we have Hamiltonian operator H cap of, so H cap psi equal to H1 cap plus H2 cap plus and so on Hn cap into this is psi function phi 1 of 1, phi 2 of 2, phi 3 of 3 and so on phi n of n. So now multiply with all H1 cap into total function, H2 cap into total function. So for implies H1 cap into phi 1 of 1, phi 2 of 2, phi 3 of 3 and so on phi n of n plus H2 cap into same this wave function plus and so on Hn cap into same that wave function So this is a wave function. Now h cap psi for equation form, wave equation అంటే ఈవన్ ఇంటూ psi వచ్చేసి phi1 of 1, phi2 of 2, phi3 of 3 and so on, phi(n) of n plus e2 into same phi1 of 1, phi2 of 2, phi3 plus and so on up to en into phi1 of 1, phi1 of 2, phi3 of 3 and so on, phi(n) of n. So this is the wave function for an electron. This is the Hamiltonian function for a function which for each electron. Now how we have to write this h cap psi is equals to, we have to common for e1, e2, e3 plus and so on up to en into that function. We have to write it as a psi. So the overall wave function for n electrons, how we have to represent is psi of 1, 2, 3 and so on up to the n is equals to, in the matrices form, phi1 of 1, phi1 of 2, phi1 of 3 and so on, phi1 of n. Similarly phi2 of 1, phi2 of 2, phi2 of 3 and so on, phi2 of n, phi3 of 1, phi3 of 2, phi3 of 3 and so on, phi3 of n up to the n electrons, phi(n) of 1, phi(n) of 2, phi(n) of 3 and so on, phi(n) of n. So we have to represent it as in the matrices form. This function, how in another way, this function also can be written as in two ways. How we have to write it as, so psi of 1, 2, 3 and so on n is equal to 1 by square root of n factorial matrices phi1 of 1, phi2 of 2, phi3 of 3 and so on, phi(n) of n. So this also can be written as the same psi of 1, 2, 3 and so on up to the n, that is equal to 1 by square root of n factorial mod phi1 of 1, phi1 of 2 bar means remaining continuation part, phi2 of 3 into phi2 of 4 bar and so on, phi n by 2 half of n bar. So this is the wave function for many electron system. Here phi1 of 1 is the first electron. Here phi1 of 1 is the first electron occupied by the phi1 orbital with alpha spin, occupied by the first electron by the orbital phi1. Next phi1 of 2 bar వచ్చేసి second electron occupied by orbital phi1 with beta spin, means ఇది ప్లస్ హాఫ్ అయితే ఇది మైనస్ హాఫ్, like that. So this is the wave mechanics for many electron system.